Welcome back everyone to our third game that we are playing in this series, Australia, South Africa, in the T20s. Of course, in my series, Aussies are up 2-0, so they've won the series already. They've won 1 billion T20s in a row, but let's get into this one. Australia, South Africa, should be a ripping game. Head to the middle for the toss of the coin. Tails. Never fails. I'm going to bowl first in this one. There's a bit of rain falling as well here at Newlands. So I think it's a wise decision to bowl first, especially during what could possibly be a overs reduced game. Although there's not a cloud in the sky, yet it's a little bit of rain. So Australia, of course, with the 2-0 lead. Mitchell Starc, the man, going to be handed the new ball. Lots of good bowlers for this Australian side. I reckon the spinners have been the best bowlers for the Aussies. Of course, they've been the most economical throughout these T20s, and I remember They've just done a really good job for us so far, and hopefully they continue that trend today. Mitchell Starc with that new ball to Quinton de Kock. Oh, that's not a bad ball to start us off. I know there's a run there, but it's not bad. Oh, in the gap through the offside. It beats cover. Mitchell Marsh trying to get there, and he can't. The ball wins the race to the rope. And the first boundary of the day for the South Africans off the bat of Tenda Bavuma. Oh, that's somehow beaten everything. End of the first over, just 5 from it. Now we can see the rain coming down, so we are going to bowl Agar just to see if we can sort of smash through an over really quickly. But that's a good shot. Damn it. It's not an ideal start from Agar's point of view. 2 boundaries from the first 2 balls. As I said, we can see the rain coming down. We do want to keep it as tight as we possibly can. Oh, it's full and it's well played. And it's 4. Oh, good shot from de Kock. Finds the boundary again, straight over the bowler's head. This has been a much more positive start for the South Africans compared to their last performance. Oh, that's over the top. That'll be to the boundary. And Bavuma this time finding the rope. Oh, and he goes over the offside. It was full and wide and punished to the boundary. So Cummins with a bit to think about after conceding back-to-back boundaries. This time it's into the mid-wicket area, and it's going to be a 3rd one in a row. So quality striking from Bavuma. This is what we were worried about. A little bit of a rain delay. 3 boundaries in a row. South Africans come off the field. So it's been reduced to 17 overs now, and they're currently 37 for none. And now that this game's been reduced, you can really see the aggression. Oh, slower ball that just is dispatched. Mitchell Marsh into bowl for Australia. And Mitchell Marsh hit to the boundary by Bavuma. Oh, that's just too short. It allows him to get under it. And a boundary found again. 11 from the over of Mitchell Marsh. 60 without loss at the end of the power play for South Africa. And now the Aussies turn to their strike spin bowler, Adam Zampa, in the hopes of, well, one, reducing the rate at the moment. That's not happening. Whoever that fielder is in the deep, they are stuffed. Looks like it's Mitch Marsh. Hit the pitch hard. Get a 1. And he's continuing to be hit toward the boundary, but Agar does a nice job. Could score a run out. Not quite. Doesn't get there. Oh, there's nobody out there. And that one finds itself worth 4 more runs. This is another good over from Ashton Agar. It's just been worth 2 runs so far, with 1 ball remaining in it. Make that 3 runs off the over. 80 for none. 10 overs gone. Oh, this head out. Oh, there might have been a double play there as well. Anyway, Zampa gets the wicket because Alex Carey piffed the ball down at the stumps at the other end. A little inside edge onto the bat. Bavuma departs. And watch this. Ball goes down the other end. I want to have a look on the replay if it might have been a double play. Temba Bavuma goes for 39. Australia get the first wicket through Adam Zampa, 80 for 1. And Faf du Plessis now out toward the middle. I do want to have a look at this part of it though. Would that have been a run out? No. He was back in the crease. But geez, Alex Carey was onto it. He did not want to let anyone get away with anything. Didn't even appeal for the catch, to be honest. Faf is in. And he goes down the ground. It might go all the way. There's a fielder there, but it's over his head. And it's 6 runs. And again, this time over the onside. 6 more. So it seems as though I can only use each bowler for 3 overs. So I've put Mitchell Starc back into the attack at the moment. He's been hit for 4 off his first ball. This time in the air. Mitchell Marsh, the man underneath it, happy to take the catch. And sees Faf du Plessis depart for a very quick 25 from just 8 deliveries. So a really big boundary out that way. It was mid-wicket. Just a slight adjustment in the field for Australia. They had to try and hit it a bit straighter than square. And Faf goes for 25. Very good innings though, striking at 312. Anyway, Kane Richardson in to bowl his final over. Straight down the ground. That'll be fielded nicely. Up to 1. So 5 and over, 10 and over from here gets South Africa towards 160. Is that a competitive... it's a 17 over game, not a 10 over game. It's in the air. And this is possibly in the gap too. Agar can't get to it. Outside edge. Oh, there's 1 in it. I didn't think there was. 13 overs gone. 113 for 2. Oh, it's an edge from Clausen and it's 4 runs. You'd think that's the last place that ball's going to go when you're firing it in at the stumps like that. That could be taken. Dive, dive, dive. Yes. Clausen with an edge onto his pads. Ballooning to the air for Alex Carey to take the catch. And he goes for 10, 117 for 3. We know how Miller likes to strike the ball. Effective from the opening ball. This one into the boundary region and Mitchell Marsh won't get it. Unless it goes straight to him, he's not getting it. Oh, it's beaten Zampa. Costs them a couple of boundaries in this over worth 12. And that one into the gap again. I don't think anyone's getting that. Agar's stuffed. Marsh is stuffed. It's 4 more. And it will be interesting to see what South Africa end up with here, because if it does continue to rain like it sort of has so far, we might see even more overs reduced. It could change the score Australia ends up chasing. Yeah, deserved to be hit. I don't know what that field is doing, but 50 up for Quinton de Kock. 10 fours across his 50. That's a lot of dot balls then as well. See if I can keep them below 150 even from the end of the next over, but unlikely now, given this is a free hit. And it is being freely hit. It's straight to mid-wicket. Just the one. It was only worth a bonus 2 runs, but this is the best. This is the bonus ball of the over. It's a good one from Mitchell Marsh. Keeps it to a dot. There's the 52 from de Kock. It will be Pat Cummins to bowl the final over of the South African innings. That's out. Beautiful delivery to get rid of de Kock. They swing in late. Oh, very nice. This can't really be too straight, because I don't have a heap of protection on the onside. Kane Richardson, what are you doing? He doesn't pick the ball up either. Hey, if I keep them on 149, that's even better. There's 1 ball to come, and if it's a dot, that's what we do. So Miller, final ball of the innings. And it's a dot. So Australia keeps South Africa to 149. Great final over from Patrick Cummins. Getting rid of de Kock early in the over and then getting that run rate down. Keeping them below 140, 150. The score of 149. This was just a beautiful shot here from Faf du Plessis. We don't want to worry about that too much. As we look at how the scorecard played out, 17 overs went. South Africa made 149 runs for the loss of 4 wickets. Quinton de Kock bowled Cummins out for 52. Temba Bavuma old Adam Zampa caught behind by Alex Carey, and Mitchell Stark getting the other 2 wickets of Faf du Plessis, caught in the deep by Mitch Marsh at deep mid-wicket, and caught behind Alex Carey was Henrik Clausen for 10 runs. So Australia ended up using 6 bowlers: Stark, Zampa, Agar, Richo, Cummins and Marsh. Agar the best economically with 5.6 and over going from his bowling. And the best with the wickets column was Mitchell Stark, 2 for 33. But now it's up to the batsmen, Aaron Finch, David Warner, making their way out toward the middle. Rabada to bowl, the leading wicket taker of the series. I mean, he's only got 6 wickets, but still the leading wicket taker, nevertheless. Australia need 152, according to the DLS, which has slightly changed the total. We did have a reduced, rain-reduced moment of the game. And after 1 delivery, they're coming off. So we'll see this total change once again. It's now a 13-over game. Australia need 119 runs from the 13 overs. So that run rate has gone up. The required rate anyway. They need 119 from 13 overs. Or 120, sorry, to win. There you go. No, going to get a single. Bowler's end is tight. Finch gets home. But I reckon that means South Africa can only bowl 2 overs each. Their bowlers maybe 3 overs each for a couple of them. That's in the gap by Warner. Australia going to need boundaries early. I don't know how long this power play is going to go. They're going to need early boundaries. They'll pick up a 3 here. That's a bad delivery. Aaron Finch says, I'll take that. All the way to the boundary rope for 6. All the way to the fence on the full. First up, full toss. And already this over worth more in one shot than the previous over entirely. Again tries to go through mid-wicket. Warner could be out here. Oh, he swung and missed. Oh, that's a great shot from Finch. He almost poked the bat at it and just boinged off. Oh, hang on a minute here. That's costly runs. It's just buys. Oh, gee, saved runs there in the field. That would have been 4 more. So the wrist spin of Shamsi here, looking to keep Australia quiet. That's a wrong and it's close. But I don't think it's hit him outside the line. Gonna go upstairs. It was very close. I thought it hit him outside the line. And it does. So we saw the spin of Agar effective. Now the spin of Shamsi, but that's a slog sweep by Finch. There's a boundary to end the over, and I think Australia needed that boundary. Otherwise there was just 2 from the over prior to that. But the spinners are probably the key. How this game might turn out. 10 overs to go. Dale Steyn into the attack. 4. Certainly not as bouncy of a wicket as the previous matchup. Edged, and it's flown to the boundary by Warner. Pushed hard at it outside the off stump. Gets it to the boundary for 4. Oh, short, wide, edged and out. South Africa get their first wicket. Australia lose their first after 36 runs. And it's Dale Steyn getting the edge of David Warner. He's out for 12. Australia 36 for 1. Oh, what is that shot? You can see it's tracking for middle stump. And you still decide to try and hit it onto the offside. Both openers out. Pretorius gets Finch. And now Australia with 2 new batsmen, Matthew Wade and Steve Smith at the crease. Power play is finished. And they need 84 from the next 52 balls. Still underneath 9 and over. But it's still a little bit of a task yet to be done. 5 overs gone. Run rate now over 10 per over from Australia's point of view. And Steve Smith is out for 1. Massive wicket. Oh, he's just tried to run to the third man and it's got the edge of the bat and de Kock accepts the catch. Australia 3 for 38. Wow, what a moment in this game. Dale Steyn 2 for 8 from 1.1 overs and they're big wickets he's taken as well. Mitchell Marsh in at the middle. Oh, edged. Super fine with the edge too. But a really good piece of fielding. Keeps it to just 2 runs and it doesn't go to the rope.
Yes.
Thick edge and dropped. It's been dropped. Oh, lucky me. Lucky Mitchell Marsh. Oh, in the air. Should be out. Way it is. Australia 4 down. They need 77 in the last 7 overs. It's 11 and over needed and Alex Carey will come to the crease. So in the space of a few overs, Pretorius and Steyn have brought the game back in South Africa's favour. Every run vital for Australia, whether it's a leg bye, a regular run, a wide, a bye, whatever it is, it's all going to count. This is going to be a very hard chase. I'm going to need a few bad deliveries. That one cut nicely. That's a great shot from Carey. 4 runs. Yeah. Into the gap. Just 1. Again, we're not going to get 2. We want it, but we can't get it. It's hit him outside the line. Edged and taken. Alex Carey out now. It's a real ploy to put Stark in over Agar, but I just think he's got power sometimes. That he's just strange, and he does things. Goes in the air, that's out too. Stark first ball. Oh, 66 needed from the final 5 overs. So Pat Cummins, who I've accidentally once again put in over Ocean Agar, is into the middle. 66 from 30. Mitchell Marsh, really the only hope. I'm gonna give myself room, try and hit it to third man. That's the biggest gap. That's out though. And that is Australia unravelled. Mitchell Marsh out for 6. 57 for 7. Pitching in line. Absolutely plumb. There was no reason to review that at all. Oh, that's straight to mid-wicket. Another one bites the dust. So there's 4 overs to go. Kane Richardson and Pat Cummins. Australia need 15 plus and over for victory. That's in the air. Straight down the ground by Cummins, but it's going to drop short. Oh, and it's dropped. There we go. There's 4. That's out. The only thing is if it's tracking down, but I think Australia are just about finished with any kind of hope. So Rabada to bowl. Richardson and Zampa out in the middle for the Aussies. That's not going to be out. It's not going to be 4 either. Might be able to pick up 3. Zampa coming back. Oh, direct hits out. Oh, it was close. How did this all go so wrong? It was the rain delay, wasn't it? It actually ruined any momentum I was building at any point of the match. That's close. I mean, I've really only got 1 shot here. I'm only really trying to do 1 shot either. Oh, nice. Richardson finds the boundary again. It's 2 overs to go. Oh, the spinner will ensure I don't get this done. 44 from 12. Oh, hang on. Hang on. If I can get a few of these, we might just be a chance. Do it again. And he does. We're on here. We are on. Surely not. It's now 32 from 10. And if I manage to hit another one... Oh, that's a nice shot too, because we need every run. Now Richo. Can Richo do it as well? If I can get it to like 16 from the last over, I'd be a chance. 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. Oh, they're looking for it. It's out. It's well and truly out. And Australia lose. I mean, we were never really a chance, were we? Oh, I was just trying to cling on to any kind of hope we had, but that's a run out. Never looked likely. And South Africa get a bit of respectability, but Australia win the series. 2-1. So it doesn't really matter too much. I'm pretty happy about it. Champions of T20s. Quinton de Kock, the player of the game, 52 from 40. It was a reasonably hard pitch to bat on then. South Africa winning by 29 runs at the end of the day, thanks to the DL, Duckworth-Lewis system. And just the South African bowlers, a very nice job. Stain, 3 for 13. Pekla 3 for 14. And Geedy, 2 for 13. And you just see only 2 overs allowed to be bowled each, as the Australians had some similar sort of things going on there, but they were just pretty good. With the ball, no one really going for any more than 7 other than Shamsi, and that was in the last over that he experienced those runs. So Australia, they were 36 for 1, and it all fell apart very quickly as they failed to chase down 120 something within 13 overs. There you go. I thought the target was 121. How did it end up being a 29 run loss? Anyway, that'll do. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you all later. Goodbye.